Hey kids, this is Mike Fontenopoulos, your academic coach for Springdale Public Schools, and today what I want to talk to you about is the pre-ACT and what it does for us and how to go about kind of attacking that. It's the same thing as the ACT, it's just condensed in size. It asks the same questions as you might expect to see on a real ACT. And so from this point on, I'm going to just show you a little bit of it, and then you'll be able to kind of rock and roll with it once you get it in your hands. So let me do this. So it's just like the regular ACT. If you see the number 1, you know you're dealing with English. If you see the number 2, you know you're dealing with math. And then 3, and then 4, reading and science. Let's talk about that for just a split second. Let's go over and take a quicker look at this. So there's all these directions. Basically what you're going to do in English is you're going to read a little bit and then come over here and see how it is you can fix this essay that someone has written that might be a little bit of a problem or might not be. One of the ways to fix it is no change at all. As you're doing these, I would probably recommend that anytime you get into this, any kind of answer that deals with the least amount of English, the least amount of words, etc., I would go with that. But anyway, that's what you're doing there. That's your English test. Then your math test is what you would expect. Again, you can read the directions here, but again, you're just solving. You got all the answers right in front of you. Notice how on ACT, anytime you see the foils, that is to say the answers to choose from, they almost always seem to go from least to greatest, from least to greatest, from least to greatest, etc. I like that because if I have to use the actual number in the equation, I can start right in the middle, plug it in, and then if that's the correct answer, way to go. But if it's not, I'll know if I'm high or low. And then that way I don't have to plug in all the answers. So always remember that about ACT math. The answer is right in front of you. And so there you go. There's your English and your math test. Again, always remember when we're doing English and math on ACT, those are curriculum-based tests. These two right here, they're curriculum-based. That is to say, they deal with stuff that you know. And at some point, you're going to run out of things. At some point, especially with the pre-ACT, you might find something that you just don't know. And there you go. That's it. You just don't know it. And you're going to move on and do your best guess, which I always would say would be C all day long, straight line. If you're guessing, it's always going to be the letter C or its equivalent. So it's going to be either C or H. Okay, but then when I get over here to reading and science, these are different tests altogether. These are reading comprehension tests. I don't need to know anything that's going on here. I just need to know that I have to read a passage and answer some questions. How do you want to go about doing that? Do you want to read the question first and then go back and look at the passage? Do you want to read the passage first and then come look at the questions? I suggest looking at the questions first to give yourself some sort of an idea of what it is that they're wanting you to see. Take some notes of each paragraph to show what each paragraph's trying to say, and then you'll be able to answer that much more over here correctly. Again, everything that's in here is here. All these questions are dealing with things that are in here. You don't have to have known anything prior. So there you go. It's testing your reading comprehension ability. And then on the science test, it's the same way. It's testing your science reading comprehension. There's nothing here that you could have known ahead of time that would have helped prepare you for this. Maybe there's a couple of questions that if you're a science kid that you'll be able to do naturally, but quite frankly, not really. This is it. You read the question, come and find what it's trying to get you to do, especially with science. Here in the reading world, when you're reading, it's good to know all these details. It's good to know all this stuff. Come over here, etc., or read the questions first, come back over here, however you want to do your business there. But when I'm doing science, I just go right to the question. I just do what it tells me to do. I may have to not have to read any of this business if I get into the questions. The questions may have me come over here and read this business or that business, but maybe not. And so there's a lot of extra reading that kids do when they come in here and they start to think, well, I got to read this, I got to read that, I got to try to make some sense of this graph and that graph and that graph. No, you really don't. just come and simply do what that thing tells you to do. And look what it told you to do. Go to figure 3. So I'm going to go to figure 3, which is right there. Kaboom. Answer that question. It's almost like you're just looking for clues. It's almost like you're just looking for clues. The science test is real easy. A lot of our 7th graders have performed really good on this on the ACT science test. If they just follow that drill, just do what the question's asking you to do. Okay, that's it. That's your your pre-ACT test. It's real simple. It's like the ACT, and it's kind of a warm-up to it. It's just shorter. It's asking the same things, and you're taking the pre-ACT 8-9 here, so it's going to have material that's really geared towards a top-end 7th grader, 8th grader, 9th grader. And there you go. Good luck. If you have any questions, always reach out. I'm Mike Fontanopolis, your academic coach, Springdale Public Schools.